Ms. Chandler Jordan, and welcome to our 2025 school year back to school meeting. Our mission statement and goals, just a refresher. I know some of you guys have been here before, but for those of you that have not, the mission of Welcome Elementary School is to support each child's social, emotional, academic, and physical success. We are a diverse and growing community of unique individuals dedicated to providing a challenging and progressive child-centered educational program within a safe and healthy learning environment. Our goals are to foster positive relationships, design strong, and set intentional, purpose-driven goals. So, as the year concluded last year, we and the administrative team went through some of the school data. So, data was taken in the previous school year. We are 10% above the district average and 3% above the state average in both reading and math. We're grades pre-K through 5. Our student enrollment is now 980, and our SE reading scores as a school were 56.8%, and the SE math scores were 50.7%. This is an increase by over 3% in reading and a decrease by 1% in math. And like I said earlier, that puts us just a little bit off the state average and well above the district average. With this data was also a survey, and we'll talk about that in upcoming slides on how that proposed us into making the goals and initiatives as we went into this year. We're getting into the decisions that were made. We decided to make an infographic that is going to be going out with each student and going to be available in the front office and mailed to all of our student families this year, and that's the 10 things you need to know about Welcome Elementary School. We gave our mission and vision, we gave our location, gave our population, our school programs, our history, resources, community partners, feeder schools, future, and invited them to be a part of the story that we're making this year. We'll get to that in a little bit, but this is just something that we really want to put out. That will help inform the community about who we are and what we do. We have a lot of just new people coming in each and every year. So this is a way we feel like that we can just put our name out there and just kind of basically say who we are and just something for people to go back to and just have tangible evidence of what this year entails and what we want them to know about us. As we enter each year, I try to make sure that we have some type of theme, some type of motto, something that's going to push us. And this year, our main theme will be teacher-driven, student-led. The goal of our intentions this year is to develop our students the ability to help lead one another. This will be the intentionality of our lessons, our relationships, and our overall outcome this year. This creates a circle where it instills the students with tools to help each other. Our number one goal is we want students to be leading students. That's where we get the most impact. After looking at our survey data and just what some of the survey results said about the displeasement between just student relationships, they felt like some students were annoying, some students weren't helping, and this is something we want to do. If you think of any good sports team, if you think of any good, just any team in general, there's veteran leadership, and we want students to be leading students. For example, we want the fifth graders to be leading our kindergartners by showing them great hallway procedures, by showing them how to act in classrooms. We want to make sure that students are leading each other in small groups within the classroom, peer-to-peer relationships. That is where we think we're going to get the most bang for our buck. But that starts with teachers driving that. And it's just a circle where the intentionality happens. If a teacher is putting intentionality into their driving their instruction and students receive that, then students will also be able to reciprocate that by leading other students into the direction of what the next initiative of the teacher is. So that's going to be our motto. You're going to see it everywhere. That's our slogan. Welcome Elementary School, teacher-driven, student-led. Another thing that our research team and committees saw as we broke down the survey results were, and just talking with teachers as well, is the lack of support from home. We have a very low socioeconomic status here at Welcome Elementary School, and we are observing a deficiency in at-home support. So that is also the reason we wanted to make sure it's teacher-driven, student-led, because we want to show kind of what the circle is at school to kind of extend that out into our community, extend that back home. We want all stakeholders to be involved in equipping our students to be leaders. Again, we want to be giving them the resources. We want everything to be successful for the kids to be taking home adequate information, for them to be sharing with their parents. That way, parents aren't out of the loop. I mean, obviously, we're not putting heavy expectations on first graders and kindergartners to be doing things outside of their means. But as far as just wanting the help from at home and wanting things to be happening at home so that way we feel like we can get the best support here at school. We're going to talk with some more ways about how we're going to be achieving that with some meetings, with some fun things. So there's just a lot of cool things that we'll be able to do off this goal, but these are just kind of three of the things we want what happens at the school being teacher driven, student led to extend out of our building. Our school motto, if there's one thing that I really want us to be pushing this year is we want to engage parents in learning this year more than ever before. We want them to be up to date. We want them to know what's going on. We want them to feel like they're a part of what's going on. There's going to be a total of 3 parent involvement nights this year. These are quarterly checks that we're inviting parents to see with just kind of what's going on. There'll be games vendors. They're kind of like mini carnivals, not as big as our bashes and stuff, but just for you to come, for the teachers to kind of give a quarterly meeting, and just kind of talk about how things are going day to day in the class, what some of the needs are. Maybe that might be resources, maybe that might be friendship, just any type of array of things that go down. But just kind of really making the parents a part of what we're doing. I know people get busy. I know times get that way, but one's going to be pushing parent-teacher conferences. One's going to be pushing kind of end of the year results. And then obviously as we get into the quarter 3, these are kind of like open houses. We're really going to be talking about what state testing and kind of where we're at and things we want. The goal is to keep parents informed face to face and keep them on the macro level of what's going on in the school. We don't want them just in the micro level of how their kids do in the class. We want them to see exactly how Welcome Elementary is performing and how we're doing and just kind of how the year is progressing. We want them to be a part of what we're doing. This may be a failure or this may be the best thing we're doing, but we've got to get the parents in the building and just really make them a part of what we're doing. Another thing we're doing this year is we want them to be a part of the story that we're writing. The Learning Accelerator, which is an online blog, pushes the fact for any type of professional development. The first thing that the author was asking was, what is the school story? Before they can even get in there and make a professional development that's going to be effective for them, what is the story of the school? What is the things that we struggle with? What are the things that we're great at? What makes us us? And we really can't move forward if nobody knows the story. That's what we want. We want our community to know our story. We know that our students know the story. We know that our teachers know the story. We want that to extend out of the building, as I keep saying, and having community support will help our students with possible resources. Funding for the classroom will also help just us just to be a part of what's going on. So we're inviting the community more than ever before and parents to be in the story by making an impact on our school success. That's why we're doing the infograph. That's why we're doing the parent nights. We want them to be a part of what's going on, but we want them to be a part of the story, not just the building, not just their student. We want them to be a part of the story and to really bring this into a community basis. Some of the events that we really think are going to push that this year are the back to school kickoff bash. So open house is going to be a back to school party, basically, where we're really bringing the people in. This isn't just to meet your teacher. We want them to have fun. We want them to know that we're really trying to kick things off with a bang. As we progress through the year, each student will be given a notebook and a pencil to help make the idea of writing the story of their year. We want them to be a part of their story by being able to write about their story. And also, we're going to have a character night at some point. We have not talked with administration about what night we're doing this, but we want a character night where people come in, dress up, have another carnival, where they're going to dress up as their character and show how this character, if they were a student at the school, they're going to do like a mini project of how would this character make our school better, and is there a possibility to make this character real with the virtues or whatever they're doing. So we're just trying as many things as we can to not just do events that are showcasing our educational abilities as much as they are as inviting parents and students to bring in their own ideas to just kind of make them a part of what's going on. We're a community that's growing. We went from a school of 500 in 2019 to now 800, almost 900 kids. And that's a lot. And we're growing more and more. And with this area growing, we really want to make people who are not from here, that didn't grow up here, to really feel like they're a part and we're still connecting as a community. So I know what you're all thinking right now. This is the best motto you've ever heard. It sounds like it's in a locker room. It sounds like it just needs to be put on a t-shirt. It needs to be a sticker. This is exactly what it's going to do. That's going to be what our school shirts, our school spirit says this year is that's going to be the motto that's going around this year. So we're going to give each kid a sticker to go put on their water bottle, to put on their car, to do whatever with, and the shirts are going to say that. as the year goes on, we've got gold t-shirts that are going to go around that teachers are going to be passing out to their homeroom of students who show forms of leaderships, and then we wear with the Heritage Gold Student Leader shirt to wear around the building. How is that going to be reciprocated where we're showing student leaders? There's also going to be teachers who have teacher driven or driven teacher t-shirts as well that we're showing where all students should be moving towards being a student leader and all teachers are driving teachers where they're pushing this. And we want to show that this is happening in the building, that it's being notified, and that we are congratulating each other for doing a good job. One way to make inclusivity and success with student promotion is just showing the teachers that this teacher is notified as a driving teacher, that they're doing what they need to do in their classroom. We get caught up in what happens in our room, and we're not really notifying what's happening outside of our room. And we want the kids who are doing what they need to do to know that they're being recognized. And why not just wear a gold shirt that says student leader? And this is how we want to build the building. So hopefully at the end of the year, by June, everybody that we're wearing gold shirts every day is kind of the thing. So like I said, it could be the best idea, it could be the worst idea, but we want to know that we're promoting characters and virtues, and we're showing that this goes on throughout the year, not just some special time.